Good morning, afternoon, and or evening, fellow gamers. Today I'm going to speculate on the possible companion buffs, nerfs, and promotions that may be coming in the next big update. But before we get into the video, roll the intro! Alrighty then, so I originally thought of this video because Pirate is likely to get a new update soon, since Pirate recently got a mini update with some buffs, a new quest, and a Stormgate to Krakatopia, and they were bought by MGI, so I really think it's likely that Pirate will soon get a much bigger story update. So before they make the update, I want to think of some buffs, nerfs, and promotions that will come through this update. Also, before I get into the video, I need everyone to be aware that in the next update, 5 levels will be added because as the story progresses in Pirate, the level cap joins alongside it. Meaning that if Pirate follows the pattern of giving companions an extra epic every 20 levels after level 15, then the added levels will guarantee the level cap passing level 75 or have it be the max level. That's everything I need to go over before I review my predictions, so let's start off with some buffs that I hope some characters will get. Now, the first thing I think they would do is add an extra epic onto the final promos of the Presidio companions, and that is because 1, they would have 9 epics through the update, and that wouldn't be too special since other companions are likely going to have promotions giving them 9 epics, and 2, their final promotion only gives them 1 extra epic without improving their powers. I majorly want this to happen because these companions' specialty is the fact that they have a bunch of epics, and it would make them more useful since most of them aren't too valuable, and they definitely won't be in the next update. Now, the next character I really think should get a buff is a companion that is useless, yet hyped by King's Isle, being Shiruku Nico, and yes, I do not know how to say her name. She'll have 8 epics after the update, and likely no promotion since she has so many epics, and she really struggles because she can't chain well because she can only spend all those epics on terrible epics. She can only really chain after getting a crit, which you can guarantee once with her only power being Epic Strike, so to make her more viable in the competitive scene, I believe she should get an extra power, and that power should be Epic Strike to allow her to get an extra chain, which she really needs to be good in combat. Booster Cockburn is the third character I think should get buffs, since he is worse than even the extremely low tier companions, and has a lot of work to be done to obtain it, so he really needs to get better. Normally Cockburn is obtained around level 30 and has 3 epics with no powers, which doesn't seem good at all. And when you have the option of Bonnie Ann with 2 powers and 6 epics, it's clear that there are better choices than Cockburn. So I believe he should get an extra epic and the power Quickshot or Snapshot, depending on which would be better, to make him more stronger when you get him, since as the game goes along he gets much worse because others improve while he still remains weak. So if he can have 4 epics and a power when obtained, he'd be more likely to be used because he'd be actually good for a couple of levels, while being not too broken. Next up is a group of companions I like to call the early game natives, being with the Watermole Slingman, Crazy Conquistador, Nanu, and Ramba. I believe these companions need buffs because of how early these companions are obtained, as a result of the fact that they can teach the pirate the importance of non-guaranteed companions, and they are useful for their high level and making the battle less repetitive. So I have to put in a new image companion thing here to make this content less repetitive, because I suck at making these scripts not repetitive, and off I go using repetitive again. God damn it. Though it's difficult for new players to learn that, since a new player mostly focuses on flashy characters with powers and speaks a lot. And when I was given Nanu as a companion as a private, I thought I should never use these side companions because he sucked a lot, since he only had Cheap Shot and nothing really too interesting about him. But they are indeed useful, so to make new players more likely to use these new companions, they should all be given Epic Strike, and those who would get a promotion get Mega Strike once they are promoted. Fifth on this list is the Magnificent 7, besides Bat Masterson, because he's too broken and doesn't need any buffs. Joking, it's completely the opposite. He sucks to the point where I have to make a special segment on this flying frick. Now for the flightless fricks, they're painfully mediocre and suck a lot as storyline companions. They start out okay, but get absolutely terrible later in the game, and their promotion doesn't do much because they still succulently suck at being good. So to make them good, let's make their promotion give them an epic strike to make them more likely to be used. It's time to return to the boring bath, which doesn't manage to suck the opponent's health with Jobu's breath, and just sucks in general, and that's because he's meant to be both a physical and spooky attacker, but he doesn't really do it that well. The reason why he isn't good at it is because his power isn't good enough to justify spending talent points on spooky, because you have to be really committed to making Master Sin spooky if you want to pull off the attack, and it still doesn't turn out well. Which results in Master Sin pretty much not using his power, and if he does, it usually does less damage than his normal attack and can't chain, so it isn't used much because it's pretty much useless. So make it better, turn Jobu's breath into Kiss and give him an extra Jobu's breath. You really have to go far if you want him to use spooky attack when he's a melee fighter, so make a justified reason for him to actually make him use his powers. Number 7 is Nadia, an absolutely terrible companion that can work, but not on a Buccaneer, which is the class that is given Nadia. Nadia is a healer which can only go well with Scratch, and she can't do anything else. Just like Nurse Quinn, but is a private, so she's almost at the point of being a meme, but she isn't because she's only slightly above that point, making her honestly one of the most forgettable companions. Also, the fact that she's put into class that doesn't use Scratch at all makes her absolutely pushed aside once she's obtained. And around the time the Buck gets her, they get the flashy, dramatic, fan favorite El Toro in the quest right after, which works amazingly for the Buck, but steals the spotlight from Nadia, if she even had one. So she needs some good ability to get used, especially at the time when she's obtained, and I believe she should get refreshed to double down on her healing abilities, and to allow her to heal without getting super close to the people she wants to heal. Along with the power of Juju to boost the Buck, and their team since she uses will rather than strength. Actually, Juju would be amazing because it'll buff El Toro at the same time, since he uses agility and the Buck can't boost that, so it would be phenomenal for her, and not make her broken, just good around the time the pirate gets her. 8th on this list is gonna be Tricky Vinny, a musketeer with 2 promos, but a bad epic pool that a swashbuckler gets while in Jonatown in the side quest The Great Infestation, which comes with Parting Shot and gets Epic Strike first promo and then Mega Strike second promo. He is kind of good, but only as an anti-musketeer build, which swashes don't really need because they managed to take out musketeers easily, and the pirate at this time would more than likely have promoted Bonnie Ann, so they'd see no use in using Vinny. So to make him more likely to be used, I really think he should get an extra power of Grape Shot, then becoming K-Shot, and finally turning into Canister Shot. It wouldn't be broken, and I'd want to see powers like the ones I stated before to be used more often by characters that are not the pirate. Chilamba, the bony abomination that is known to be incredibly underwhelming because of his pathetic epic pool and his meh attacking abilities. And he's a pack companion, so I think he should at least be useful. His meh attacking capabilities convinced me that he would need more powers so he can actually damage the opponents, which led me to want to give him Ghost Whale in his last promotion. It would give him a good attacking power, and would give him a power that is only used by the pirate, which would make him a rare, good Witch Doctor companion that can actually be used. We have another Witch Doctor companion in need of a buff, and that is the expensive and useless melee witch, Dr. No, which is easily worse than the Batacuda, which actually kinda got considerably solid in the recent update. He's just like Bat Masterson, but can't hit melee attacks as a result of him being a Witch Doctor. but his powers are kind of useful. But he costs the same amount as Exeter and companions like that in the Crown Shop for some reason, even though he sucks much more than them. I really wonder why KingsIsle made him like that, because no one would buy a companion that's that terrible at that expensive price. And I think he should get a melee epic strike to make his melee battling abilities a bit better. There's not much else I need to say. He just needs better close combat tactics so he can have some more use after he uses his powers. Anyhow, on the topic of expensive Crown Shop companions that suck, Oingo Boingo is one of them. He has no powers and a terrible epic pool, yet costs the same as Goronado. So to make people actually want to buy and use him when he's the same price as the Mighty Monkey, he should get Rouge pre-promo, and then Rouge turns into Rally and he gets Triton Song post-promo. The reason why I chose to give him these powers is because he's the Crown Shop copy of Chumbawamba, who's known to be incredibly bulky and impossible to take down. So he could have those powers since they're all rarely on companions and it'll make him functional. Eep Op Orc Ah is another expensive companion in need of buffs, but luckily he isn't as bad as some other characters, yet he still sucks. He's known for his power of Assassin's Mist, so why not improve it as he promotes? That would make him have Assassin's Gloom first promo, and then Assassin's Shroud second promo, which I'm shocked Pirate didn't originally put on this majestical amphibian. Moving on to the topic of holiday creatures, we have the Holiday Treant and the Yuletide Trog, which are pathetic promotionless pricks that appear around Christmas that aren't too expensive, but costs too much considering that they have no powers and 4 epics. Yeah, these guys suck, and to make them better, I believe they should have Epic Strike and an extra Epic choice, since it'll make them another enjoyable thing that occurs during the holiday season, besides the pets that are needed if you want good pet setups. Now, the next one is Contessa, the broken unicorn that got nerfed into oblivion because of her capability of annihilating opponents, and now she's lacking in the battle department. I believe that she won't be receiving a promotion because her model seems to be a one-off model since it looks difficult to add things onto her design, and she has powers that usually would be developed through promotions immediately. So if she doesn't get a promotion, which I believe is likely, I really think she would need another epic to make her more usable in combat, since that's her biggest problem. Now, the last of these characters that need a buff is the Marchioness, the mech trainer companion that doesn't really get used because she can't really do too much, mainly because she only has map powers, unlike other trainer companions. I believe she should first off get Rallying Call over Steadying Speech on her last promo, because she didn't get the upgraded version of it on her last promotion for some reason, while Quentin Chantel did. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna give her might seem a bit broken, but what have the trainer characters not been broken? Okay, never mind. But I really think she should get Valor's Shield since it fits her heavily armored look, and it wouldn't be too broken because Spooky doesn't affect it and it only reduces damage. And I really want to see it on a companion, so I thought the Marchioness would be fitting. And you know what else I really want to see? You subscribing, liking, and commenting on the video. Ha ha ha! Shameless plug! Seriously though, if you want to see videos like this, I think you should subscribe to the channel because I upload videos like these around once a month with other meh-ish videos, I guess. But either way, you should subscribe. Why am I giving you reasons to subscribe? Just do it! Back to the video. Now I'm gonna go over some nerfs that I hope will occur so these characters can be used in competitive play without being broken. And the 2 characters are Old Scratch and Gore. Old Scratch is more infamous than Gore, so we'll start with him, and he's broken through his spooky boosting powers, with Flow Mojo Flow being the most broken, which pretty much doubles the pirate's and other characters' spooky stats, meaning double damage when using spooky attacks. So I think we should turn it into 75% boost since it would nerf it without removing it or making it useless. But I can see if you still believe that it's broken, but I don't think it's too broken if it gets nerfed like this. And for Gore, the thing that gets him banned from tournaments is the fact that he has Eagle Eyes rank 2, which gives all characters next to him 2 extra range, meaning that Eagle Eyes will be the thing that needs to be nerfed. To make it nerfed, I think Eagle Eyes rank 1 would increase the range of the character's horizontal and vertical of Gore by 1, and rank 2 increases the range of all characters next to him by 1, and then rank 3 does the exact same thing as rank 2 usually does. If these nerfs occur, then all characters around Gore will only gain 1 range, which will not be as broken as before, but will still make Gore a good companion that isn't broken. That was a bit of a short segment, but the next one is longer since it's going to be companions I am really confident will get a promotion, and companions that I think are gonna get a promotion, but not fully sure. So the first companion, or companion group, that I confidently believe would be getting a promotion would be the Skull Tavern companions, and I believe their promotions would be added due to how these companions already have promoted models and haven't had one in a long time. Second is Hercules, because he already has his promoted models ready, and is currently pretty pathetic, and I do think Pirate was planning on giving him a promotion, but he was obtained at such a high level that he would have had near instantly got the promotion, which would have seemed too quick. Meaning that the new update would be a perfect time to implement Hawk's promotion. Gracie and Caputa the next I believe would be getting a promo, since they have the models prepared and are meh-ish. The Aquilon Soldiers and Argos kind of has the same situation as Hawk, being that they're weak through their lack of epics because they were obtained at such a high level and they're super expensive in the crown shop, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a promotion. And that's the end of the ones that I'm super confident in. So let's swap into the companions that I'm not super confident will receive a promotion. First of these companions is Monkey King, and now I know he has more reasons to get a promotion than the amount of glitches in Pirate, but I think he's so terrible to the point where he's unrecoverable in my opinion, so I don't think he's too likely to get a promotion, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. El Toro is the second on the list, and that would be for the purpose of him losing his power. He's great from levels 40 to 60, but is starting to lack in power, and with the likelihood of other companions getting promos, he'd likely lose a bit of his specialty and become weak, plus he also hasn't had a promo in a long time. Number 3 on the list is the starting companions, and the reason for this speculation is similar to Toro. They're starting to lack in power and haven't had a promotion in a while. And they also have another reason for that, being Kobe Yojimbo already has his promo in the form of one in Moo Manchu Samurai, so with that I believe they'll make promos for every starter companion. Following the starter companions in my promotion speculation are the trainer companions, which would seem super broken, but they haven't had a promo in a while, and they wouldn't be super good in the new update, so overall this is a promo that I don't really believe will happen, but it just might. Who knows? The Alafesh have 4 companions, 2 Kurga and 2 Marlebonian soldiers. They all had promos but are still weak because of bad epic pools, and the Kurga has another promotion ready for each one of them, so I really think Pirate's gonna make promos for the others since they're all considerably weak. If not, I at least hope the Kurga companions get a promo. All Bison Scouts and Shamans or Elders have another existing promotion and haven't had one since around level 35 while being considerably weak, so I really think they will get promotions since they aren't too powerful. I generally like the Samurai and Mushu, but I don't use the trio too much because they absolutely suck, even though all of them have promoted models prepared and really need them. Also, quick note, I'm aware of Masumi Goto's existence, but I don't really classify him as a different character than Toro Mumori, and Toro is obtained through the story like the other 2 samurai, so that's why I chose him over Masumi to get a promotion. But yeah, I'm absolutely shocked that Pirate didn't give them anything for a promotion, at least give them one, but all I can do is hope they actually give them a promotion right now. Last of all, the characters I think might get a promotion is the horse crossbowman, which, like the samurai, currently suck with no promotion, even though it exists. So the same thing that I said about the samurai applied to the horse crossbowman, which sadly isn't a very exciting way to end off the video. So I at least hope that was a good enough way to end off the video, because if it wasn't, I at least hope this video made you, the viewer, happy, and also roll the outro.